Okay, give me 1 second here, set up. 1 more second, and I think we're good to go. Alright, what's going on, agents? This is Roenyn Gaming, R-O-E-N-Y-N. Please hit that bell, like, subscribe, follow here on Twitch and on YouTube as well, please. I would greatly appreciate the support with the channel. I try to create as much content as possible for everyone. So let's get right into it. I'm doing some of my builds right now because I just recently switched over to PC, sort of, in a way. Playing like a total noob on that platform. So one thing I wanted to talk about real quick was the Division 2 and not so much the differences because I have other videos on that. Please go check those out. But anyways, I wanted to get some of my builds from Division 1 up on YouTube and up on Twitch so people can actually view them and check them out. This is my Reclaimer build. I've done a really nice Super Tank Predator build on another video, and I also did my Firecrest build, but I've been into this whole like Firecrest Reclaimer niche support class type thing, and I think it's really cool. It's something a little different. Let me go ahead and run over to the armory. I apologize it wasn't set up already, but anyways, Division 1 looks really good. Division 2 looks really good, and I'm going to be sad to have to choose one or the other because I won't be able to play both all the time. And I put 2,500 hours into this game, and I never liked the support class. I've never liked the Reclaimer class in any shape or form, but I really dig it, man. I'm telling you that. I got a couple friends that are super high DPS, and this build here isn't the high electronics Reclaimer build that everybody thinks. You know what I mean? This build here is the build that basically is, you know, the support class. Sorry, I had to load it back out. But it's basically the support class, folks. It's the one that you ain't the high DPS and you're not spent completely on electronics, right? You can see my stats right there, so let's just go ahead and go right into it. I got 4157 firearms, which comes out to 280 with my sub. Of course, I'm running the house. I got 540 toughness, very good. Everything's optimized. You can see all the armor's optimized. And I got 7,745 stamina. And in the electronics, I have 1,700 or 173,000 electronics, which isn't very high. It could be double that. But who wants to be the most squishy guy on the team? I've been playing a lot of skirmish, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. You don't need a whole bunch of it unless you're going sticky bomb. I get it. You know, and even Firecrest is super electronics Firecrest, but you got to have a very good synergized group to run those type of builds because you got to have a couple high-powered hitting dudes, you know, on DPS, and you got to have a good healer to run something electronics or have the healer run electronics. You guys get it. We've been playing Division for 3 years now. This isn't new, but this is something different. So here we go. Here's my Reclaimer. 4157 firearms, 7,745 stamina, 4,250 electronics. Now, going right into my vest, it is health, skill haste, ammo, roll for stamina. Going into my mask, roll for stamina. I got skill power here instead of crit. Now remember, I'm not trying to be the highest DPS, but I want to be able to be able to support that DPS. So I got skill power here. I got damage to elites. I could have burn, but I'm not super worried about it. Because on a Reclaimer, you get the box. You put the box down, you get the immunity too. So running into my knee pads, pretty perfect. Not the best, but actually I really like those. They're roll for stamina, roll for skill power again. Okay, so I get 23,000 skill power just in my mask and my knee pads, whereas I would give up crit hit and crit hit damage, right? It makes sense because I'm a support class. Even if I did have the crit and the crit hit damage, I would, you know, it wouldn't make that much of a difference at 280 DPS, right? So, mind you, that's 280 without me sitting next to the bags, guys. You notice I am not sitting on top of the bag and what have you. And we're going to go into the knee pads. There's the knee pads. They got damage elites, just like my mask. So I actually do pretty good damage to elites. Burn and bleed, which is huge for PvP, roll for stamina. I'm actually going to move up to the bags. Oh, I just unlocked Chieftain. Anyways, to the backpack. Roll for skill power, or excuse me, rolled for stamina again. Roll for skill power here, so I get another 13,000. So I'm sitting, what, roughly 37,000 of my skill power comes from my pieces instead of rolling crit hit and crit hit damage because I'm a support class. Makes sense, right? And I got bleed resistance on this, of course, because I do like PvP a lot with skirmish, so having 50% resistance to that pred is sort of huge, even though I have a box. You know, with my gloves, I got one. It's the only thing that's rolled for firearms. It's skill haste, crit hit damage. It could be SMG. I could be rolling at 375,000 DPS when Hal's counter's up, or 380, I think it was. But I rolled skill haste on these because it matches my vest here at another 9% skill haste. That's 18%. And then I got skill haste on the holster and everything's maximized. So we're sitting at 25% skill haste. Boom, on those 3 items instead of running crit hit and crit hit damage. It makes sense because it's a reclaimer. And I've been tweaking this build forever. So now, as far as the, you know, you run this build support with DPS guys, you guys will still get some kills. I mean, I go 5-1, 4-2 in skirmish all the time, which is terrible. And it's a support class. So here, let's go to my mods. My mods are electronics and skill power. My mask has electronics and skill power. And my knee pads have electronics and skill haste with support range. Now, I'm sure that support range can be bigger, I know, but, you know, I was kind of throwing this together with some of the best stuff I had. And my backpack is skill haste and support range. And my holster is support range. When I drop my box, people, it's freaking huge. And I've gotten many compliments on, man, you know what? That saved me from dying because it's got the auto revive, it's got the immunity, and you drop the box, it's got just the area. That extra 30% area is a monster in PvP because on the 6-piece reclaimer, anyways, you know, you get the 2-piece. You got another 30% range on just the 2-piece. You see what I mean? So you got 60% more range than a normal person would on a regular box. Then you got the duration. You got range and more duration, and then you got the station health and, of course, the healing speed. Now, I've been tweaking with the skill haste. Let's go to my character sheet. I got 37% crit hit, 113 crit hit dam, and headshot. Bullet is 18.5, which isn't terrible for a, you know, for a support. 28% elites, so it's good. Of course, I got, you know, my skill haste is sitting right at 31%. Now, what I've noticed is that skill haste pops back because, you know, you're getting that resource back anyways because you're inside of your box. So when you drop your box, and we'll go over here and check this out. When you drop your box, it comes back pretty fast after a couple seconds after, if it doesn't get shot. So check out this box. You want to run life support. And the reason why you want to run life support is it comes back faster. The cooldown is faster. I take that back. The healing rate is higher. My bad. See, the 1240, that's not super good because it's not a huge electronics build, but it's 1240, you know, 12,429. Versus the other ones, see how they're 10.3 and 10.3? They all have the same cooldown. So what I've been doing is I've been mixing between skill haste and skill power with my electronics mod. And the reason why I built this tank the way I did is I built it kind of around this house and being sufficient enough to be able to support myself. So if you check this out, my house has got competent and deadly on it, okay? Now, when I use the booster shot, which I don't use anyways, but when I pop one of my skills, it pops the competent. I still have 365,000 DPS, you see what I mean? On a card counter, which isn't terrible. And I'm always using my skills. So I guess the long story short build, I mean, it's a good tank, sustainable support build. You know, you run a couple of these guys with your DPS guys, or even have one guy that's a healer, you can run 2 reclaimers. So, let me show you my mods on my house. We're looking at Loud Vent Break 19. Now, some of these mods aren't maxed, because this is actually my 4th character. I stuffed all the electronic builds on this guy and all the extra gear. That's why he's sitting at 100 in his inventory, but you know, imagine my DPS could be a little bit higher with these, but these mods aren't terrible either, though. So 19, 15.5, or 550 and 250. Small grip is 19, 5% reload speed. That's actually really good. I think you can go 1 more crit. I think 20 crit hit dam is the max, and 5% reload speed is the max, so that helps. This is one of the magazines that were in the DZ about a month and a half ago. 120 mag, which is the most you can get for the house. 121 is cap. And it's got a 0.5% crit it's missing and a little bit of fire rate, but it's still a really good mag. And of course, pro red dot. I'm missing 1 crit hit dam, but it's a really good pro red dot. My bullfrog has the same exact, the same exact talents on it. With competent and deadly, and it's got a little bit different. Its loud vent breaks a little bit different. It's this one here. This bullfrog could actually be a little bit better, but it's my secondary in case I run out of ammo and don't wanna reload. You get in that spot. You know what I'm talking. You guys know what I'm talking about. You get in that spot. You just don't wanna. You gotta switch weapons. It's faster than reloading. So, anyways, that's my build. This is my reclaimer build. Like I said, you pop a box. I hate that one does that. 308 on the assault rifle. You got 280 here. I'm gonna hit the card counter and then I'm gonna hit the skill again. Just wanted to show you. I gotta step out, step back in. It's just the way it works. We'll wait for that. I mean, it's not the best build in the world, guys, but this is my reclaimer build, and I have the most fun with it forever. So just with competence 300, I know it's not a lot. As soon as the card counter hits, bam, I'm at 365. I got great toughness, and I got enough electronics, and you've seen how fast that thing came back. That box came back pretty fast. See that? So imagine that box being down for 10 or 15 seconds. You pop it, you overheal everybody about 75% of their overheal. So, keep that in mind. Anyways, if you have any questions, yes, that's reclaimer is all my appearance things too. So it looks pretty good minus the cage mask. But if you have any other questions, or concerns, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll keep loading the rest of my builds for D1, while I get ready for D2. But anyways, I thank you for your time and have a good day.